First in the studio, as he is on a regular basis, the Premier, Ted Baillieu. Good morning.
Good morning, Neil. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you for coming in. If you'd like to speak to the Premier, 96900 693 13 13 32. Premier, do we need more security cameras, more CCTV?
We've certainly got a lot more in the last few years, Neil, and we have supported the rollout of CCTV cameras, particularly around railway stations and around public spaces. I don't have the numbers, but I know in the city of Melbourne there has been a very large expansion in the number of CCTVs. Or the cameras anyway, and that has already been proved, I think, to be effective. And I think what we've seen in the last few days, with these really concerning and appalling events in Sydney Road, is that CCTV camera can make a huge difference.
We have to move past the concerns of privacy, do you think?
I think by and large Victorians have already done that, and I think we went through that in the city of Melbourne. Robert Doyle would be probably better placed to give you the number of cameras. I do recall some months ago reading these figures about the increased number of cameras in the city. But I think we've gone through the phase of Victorians being concerned in these locations about privacy issues. These are essential for general security in the streets.
It is an awful case. I mean, you've got two daughters. It's easy to relate to something like this, isn't it?
It is horrifying, and I think what we have seen with this footage that's been made public in the last 24 hours is not only how useful those cameras can be, but how everybody can contribute. And if people out there look at that footage, I'm sure there will be many people who would know those people who've walked by that camera. There is, of course, we're on radio and we can't see that footage now, but the Herald Sun are carrying a number of still images today, which I think are reasonably good quality. And if people have an opportunity to look at that, and if they have an opportunity to look at the footage, there are a number of cars going past across that footage, including cabs. And I think there's an opportunity for Victorians and Melburnians, and particularly people in that area, the other night, to make a contribution to help police identify all the people in this footage, and let's hope that we can find Jill Meagher safe and well.
That seems unlikely now.
Well, I'm not going to suggest that that's the case, Neil. All we can do is hold out hope and assist the police in every opportunity. And can I, Neil, actually make an appeal to people? Have a look at the images in the Herald Sun today. They're set out there. There are a number of people who are clearly shown. The individual who's described as the man in the hoodie, I would have thought there is a gait and it is a disposition that people will recognise. In the footage, there are cars going by. I would appeal to people to have a look at that footage and do what they can to assist. And there are some cabbies who clearly drove up Sydney Road at that time, and they need to be identified as well.
There were a number of people have come forward already.
And that's good. And there may be other footage on other cameras which police haven't yet identified, which may identify some of these people at an earlier time in the night. So anybody who's got a camera with a sufficient storage loop in that area might well assist by having a look at that footage.
It's on the 3RW website as well, 3rw.com.au.